South Africans. I'm a little bit concerned about this story about of who's going to be taking over, who's going to replace Ramaphosa if he decides to step down or if he resigns or whatever it is that he wants to do if he steps down. I've been thinking about this the last few days. My biggest concern is Julius Malema. Have they been making a plot here? We all know that he's been very quiet the last few weeks, too quiet for my liking. When he goes quiet, I get worried. Are these people plotting something here? Is Julius Malema going back to the ANC? Remember, he was the leader of the Youth League and he was very well supported at that time. Now, what's worrying me, if he goes back into that fold, if he goes and makes buddies now with Jacob Zuma again and they kiss each other and make up for all their differences that they had in the past, and then decide now to bring Julius Malema back into the fold of the ANC, can you imagine what will happen if they bring him back in there and they vote him as the leader of the ANC? How many followers is he going to get? Millions.
That is a concern.
All the EFF supporters will join ranks as well. We give him the support as well. And he could very well be our next president if we're not careful.
That is a concern.
We must wake up. We must start. We should look into this a bit deeper.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
Just look into it a bit deeper. I'm not saying it is going to happen, but it's one of my concerns. Is why has he been so quiet lately? So, and I think that, well, if things were reversed, because I don't see the DA doing anything. They seem to just sit there and harp on the same old nonsense all the time.
Also very quiet.
Too quiet. The problem is with the DA is they need new management. They need management that is prepared to stand up and become statesmen, to have some canopies or whatever you call those things, some backbone, some balls, if you want to put it that way. They're like fairies bouncing around all the time.
They're not
saying
like a fly
much. That flies around your ears, it's like a mosquito, and you keep going like this.
They're not talking.
They're not proving anything.
Yeah, they're not saying much.
They're not getting anything done. I just feel that they keep harping on the same thing. Look how well we run the Cape. We're not talking about the Cape. I live in Natal, by the way. How well are they going to run Natal? Yes, I know that Chris Pappas has done a wonderful job up in...
Amazing.
Up there in Howick area.
Chris Papa is an amazing guy.
We know that they can do that, but what else are they going to offer us?
So let them follow suit.
But who is going to be our next president? Let's get back to the point here. Ramaphosa. There's been all these rumors that Ramaphosa wants to step down, and then there's all these people that want to jump up and down and ask him to go. But who is going to replace him? I just hope it's not Paul, who I'm talking about. No, please, God forbid that happens. But who is going to replace him? I just hope that these ANC and them haven't been coming to some agreement with, as I said, with Julius Malema, because are they now? Remember at the time that he was the president of the Youth League for the ANC, he had many supporters. He was very well supported. If they bring him back into the fold there, he's going to be the next president of the ANC, which make him the president of our country. If they join forces, imagine now Jacob Zuma is behind, might even behind it, because he's also gone a bit quiet lately. I think we must start waking up. We must start looking in between the lines here. We need to read between the lines. What the hell is going on in our country? Please, my fellow South Africans, I'm not saying this is factual, but I mean it's just something to think about.
It's a concern.
It's a very big concern for me for myself, and my wife here sitting here,
and many others. And many others that we've spoken to.
Have actually, when I've mentioned it, they said to me, they've never thought of it.
We have a point.
And they said, you've actually got a point there.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about. So please, I would really appreciate it if you could just comment at the bottom of this one. And maybe your fellow podcasters out there could also just think about it and give your opinion on it. I'd really appreciate that. Going further, I'd just like to say good night, my fellow South Africans.
Sorry, before you say good night, because what I wanted to tell the audience is because when we do a podcast, we don't only just sit here and do our podcast. We actually go out there and we do our homework a little bit first.
We try to speak to the public.
And we speak to the public. And I've spoken to the public. Shame. My husband can't go out really and do much of the talking because of his recovering from a stroke. But guys, listen here. It is a big concern. So what I do is I go out and I do talk to a lot of the people in the public, and these are the concerns of not only us but of many, many other South African citizens. It is a very big concern. So yeah, if you can give your comments and in the comments below, please do so. And this is why our podcast is called The Solution, so we can come up with some solutions and try and work together. Let's get South Africa back on track again, guys. Let's get South Africa on track
We
again.
have to.
It's very important
That's a beautiful
for,
country.
for our children and for the future of our children. And let's stop this crime and everything else that goes beyond that. It's just traumatic for a lot of people.
Especially the racial division. We don't need that.
Especially the racial division too. It is actually uncalled for.
Unnecessary.
It's actually unnecessary because in actually, matter of fact, everybody should be grateful that they have got a heartbeat, that they are walking, that they are talking, that they are living, that they can do the things that they can do. They can breathe. So why must it be a racist issue when you still got lungs that you can breathe and a heart that beats? There's nothing wrong with the color of a person's skin. Just be grateful, go down on your knees and thank God every night that you have got life.
Amen to that.
That is very important. Your life is very important. So what has the color of the skin got to do with it? Nothing. It's life that's more important. And if you carry on with the past and all that, you're not going to get anywhere in life. Believe you me, you're going to be...
Let me just say, that's why I said the past can't take us forward.
No, you're going to be...
It can give us
some direction, maybe.
Educated us.
It educates us.
That knowledge with us forward, but we shouldn't be dragging it with us.
We should also teach our children in the right way and stop with this racist race cards, because it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. Stop feeling sorry for yourselves. We all must stop feeling sorry for ourselves. Don't matter what color you are. Stop feeling sorry for yourselves and think that this one has been done in a bad way, and this one is...
The
most important thing is be grateful that you are alive, you're breathing, and that's it.
No, but also don't be scared to voice your opinions. Opinions count. Everybody's opinion counts for our country.
Exactly.
We need your opinions. Opinions count, and we can see where we're going wrong, where we're going right. We need your feedback to see where we're going right and where we're going wrong in our country.
Yes, exactly.
And it's every single citizen's right to have an opinion.
And where I say, hey, Dave, where I say that everything's going wrong is when they play the race cards. That's where...
what you spoke about just now. That's what we said.
But that's where it's going very wrong.
Yes, and the problem is that...
And it doesn't work that way.
The politicians are using the race card.
Yeah, and...
To divide
exactly,
the country.
To divide us.
Very ugly.
And that's very ugly. And
That's
we should all know better. We all, at the end of the day, we're all adults here, and we should think like adults and be mature in this walk of life of ours that we are dealing with now in South Africa. And we should just take note and be aware and be observant. Let's not go around hating each and everyone, because it doesn't work that way. You're not going to get anywhere. So yeah, so please guys, wake up and smell the coffee and just be like realistic about these things and be mature about it, because we are all adults at the end of the day, and we don't want this for our future generation. Our children are also getting affected by this. And don't lie. Don't lie.
Especially when it comes to education.
Especially when it comes to education and the history. Don't lie to your kids. Tell them the truth. And yeah, because I know when I went to school, I also was taught a lot of lies back in the days, about lies in the textbooks and things like that. And I got to learn through my life about the real deal. And
they twisted the truth.
They twisted the truth and things like that. So, it does catch up to you at the end of the day, and you will find out the truth at the end of the day. So let's not lie to our kids. Let's tell them the truth And let's not lie to ourselves, because that's the worst person you can lie to is yourself. And you start believing in your own lies. Don't ever get there, because it's not worth it. So love yourself and love those that are around you, and peace, my friends. Peace.
I love you all, my fellow South Africans. And please don't forget to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it.
Yes, please do. Please
Please give
like,
it a ton
share, and
across.
subscribe to our channel. We would really appreciate it. And one day, myself and my husband will do a podcast together. And yeah, take care. Lots of love. God bless. And have an amazing weekend further. Good night.
Good night. Love you all.